Blog Talk Radio.
Hi, all y'all. This is the Girl George and the Dragons Radio Show. Here we are on this fine day when everyone's running around San Francisco naked and that, what is it, a run or something? Oh, Beta Breakers today. Yeah, where everyone's half naked or in costumes, and my goodness, only in San Francisco. Well, I guess LA at the Doodah Parade, they do that too. But anyhow, today we have a singer-songwriter, musician, one of the young Turks at the Missouri Lounge where I play every week. His name is Chonk. Hello, Chonk.
Hey, Girl George.
Hello. What you doing today?
Oh, I've just been hanging out in my backyard, doing some gardening, prepping some soil for some plants.
Is that lemon tree in your backyard?
No, it's actually in my friend Camron's backyard. Camron is my video and musical collaborator. You know Camron.
Oh, yeah, I love him. I think he's a very talented boy. I've got to get him on the show here.
You do?
Yeah, I think he's brilliant. I think he's cute, too. He's very cute, too. But he's a very good musician.
He is. He's a great musician, and he's, I don't know, we learn a lot from each other working together on video and musical stuff. We kind of bring different things to the table.
He's from Iran, isn't he?
He's from
Iran?
Oh, no, I think his dad's from Iran. He's from Corvallis, Oregon. That's where he was born and raised.
Oh, I thought he was from Iran.
He's Iranian descent.
Oh, he's not from there.
Yeah.
Okay, where are you from?
I'm from Los Angeles, a place called Torrance, a boring suburb in Los Angeles that most people don't know about because it's a pretty large city in LA County, but nothing particularly interesting there. Lots of strip malls and whatnot, suburbia.
What kind of family did you have?
What kind of family?
Yeah. Weren't you adopted or something?
Oh, yeah. How did you know that? Yeah, I was.
You told me.
Oh.
We talked about it one night, remember?
No, I was probably drunk. I only see you at like open mic night, Wednesday nights, so that's usually that's when my drinking happens. Vast majority of it.
Well, it was out there in the patio. You told me all about that you were adopted.
Yeah, it's true. I don't know a whole lot about my birth parents, but yeah, I was adopted at like 2.5 or something like that. I think our birth me and my brother were both adopted from the same birth parents. So you were
adopted together?
We were adopted, I think, a few months apart. He's slightly older than I am.
But to the same adoption parents?
Exactly, yeah. So he's actually the only.
So you got to stay together.
Yeah,
well, that's great.
Exactly. Yeah.
So what did your adopted parents do?
The adopted parents. My dad is a computer programmer. He's retired now, and my mom was a hairdresser.
And how many kids were there?
Well, there's just me and my brother. For the adopted family. Although, from what I understand, there was a lot of long lost siblings from the same birth parents that I've never met. So I'd love to meet them at some point, but I don't really know how to go about that.
Well, being on the web, I think there's ways you can do that nowadays to track them down. If if they have any names or something, they can track them down for that. How old are you?
I just turned 30 back in November, so I just entered my golden years.
See, you're a baby. My daughter is 37 now. Yeah, you've only just begun.
Why doesn't your daughter
I'm
ever come
69 now, so I'm way over twice your age.
That's the sexiest age of all.
Oh yeah, I like that. I was waiting for 69. Not that I actually participate anymore, but the idea is cool. So, what kind of instruments you play?
Oh, mainly guitar. I mean, vast majority of what I do is guitar. I also have a banjo, which is currently out of commission. I gotta fix it. The bridge came off. And I play drums in a band called Kindergarten Communist. I don't know if I'd say I'm a drummer per se, but I've kind of become one. I kind of just put on that hat, and I think I'm getting better at that. And I think we're going to be playing in June. We have this event in Berkeley called the Mixed Media Mixer, and we're going to have a show there in June.
Don't you have one at Starry Plow coming up too?
Oh yeah. So my main project is Chonk. That's my stuff. That's my baby. My main project, all my songwriting is under Chonk, and we're gonna be playing at the Starry Plow on Sunday, June 8th. It's kind of like a
that's great
hoedown party sort of show. We're gonna have a full band, drummer, stand-up bass player, banjo, washboard, guitar, singing harmonies and all that.
I used to be the co-host of the open mic there for about 8.5 years.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't there in those days.
I love the Starry Plow. It's such a cool place.
Yeah, I like that place a lot too. Their open mic is really crowded though, so these days I only go to Missouri Lounge.
Yeah, Missouri Lounge is more laid back. And then we got the patio out there.
And we got Paul Pot, We got Paul Pot's the man.
Oh, we got Paul Pot, and we can sing all night if we want to out in the back. After it's over, they kind of sometimes get together and they sing all night and sing harmonies, and that's the part I really like the best. Especially when Greg comes, because he knows a million songs.
Yeah, it's also really close to my house, so I can just walk home afterward.
Well, I'm not that close to it, but I drive in.
Yeah, you probably don't drink as much.
So what's the lemon tree thing you were doing? You were doing a thing called the Lemon Tree?
Yeah, it's called the Lemon Tree Sessions. It's also with my friend Camron. We used to, well, I wouldn't say used to. We haven't been doing it too much lately, but we for a while there we were shooting people playing songs, pretty much mostly one act, one person bands, just like people with a guitar or an instrument and singing under a lemon tree. The idea was it was a stripped down sort of performance and just like an intimate. Generally we just had 2 cameras on them, and I think we made about 11 of them. It's a pretty fun thing.
So they're up on YouTube?
They're all up on YouTube. I think you can go to lemontreesessions.com and you can watch them there. And we'll probably do more, but I think we got kind of tired of just the same format, so we've kind of moved on to some other projects lately. But
and your Facebook is called what?
.com/chonkalicious. The way to go. That's where I post all my stuff.
Oh, so you don't want your personal one out there?
Oh no, I mean, I don't even know what the URL is for that, but it's you can find me. My name's Brian Bauer.
My whole life is all out there. What I want to know. But the rule of thumb is if you don't want the whole world to know it, don't put it on the web at all, because it's going to be out there. So keep your mouth shut if you don't want it known.
Oh yeah, I agree with that. I just it's more like I don't want to see in my feed a bunch of people who I have no idea. There's already so much information coming through and on the internet that I don't.
Well, you can turn those off. You can unfollow them.
That's true. That sounds like a lot of work.
That's what I do. If they're boring or they got too many pictures of their food or their cats, I just follow them so that they're still on there, but I don't have to see their babbling. Especially depressing stuff. I don't like if you can't keep it up, I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear about how horrible you feel and da-da-da-da-da. Keep it to yourself.
Yeah. I don't think Facebook is the place for that, really.
Yeah. So how old were you when you started playing music?
I started in fifth grade. Me and my friend Jacob, we decided we were going to learn to play guitar, and he played bass, and we took a couple lessons together, and we learned how to play "Smells Like Teen Spirit" by Nirvana, and that was our.
I love that song.
Yeah, that's a classic. That was our big debut. This was, probably in 1995 or something like that, and that's when I started playing guitar. It was really just a ploy to look cool and maybe get girls, but it didn't really work that way. I'm not sure that worked, but I did actually genuinely get into playing music at that point, and I've been doing it ever since. And I started recording around that same time. I started recording on cassettes. I had a double cassette deck, and so I kind of did a primitive form of multi-tracking where I'd record on a cassette, and then you could bounce it to the next cassette, and then bounce it back and forth, and you could get a bunch of tracks that way.
Do you work a regular job?
I do, yeah. I wish I could say I didn't have to because my music was just so successful, but no, I do. I work a job at Rasputin, the record store in Berkeley, and
well, that's cool. What better? If I had to have a job, that's what I'd like to do.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. I enjoyed it. It fits my lifestyle and my personality, I think, and I get to do some fun stuff for them too, like some videos and some Facebook sort of promotion sort of stuff. A lot of I post a lot of just funny things on their Facebook page and whatnot, and if I have to have a day job, then that's not a bad one to have, I guess.
Yeah, are you an artist too?
I guess mostly sound and video would be my art. I do draw. I guess I was a cartoonist when I was younger, and that's never fully gone away, but my central focus turned more toward music around the time I started playing guitar. So, but yeah,
When did you come to the San Francisco Bay Area?
About 7 years ago. I think it was in 2000. I think it was the end of 2007. I guess now it's about 6.5 years.
What made you come up here?
I went to school at UC Santa Cruz and realized how much better it was up here than LA. So I really don't. I don't hate LA. I'm not gonna talk shit on LA or anything like that. It's a fine place to visit. Now that I've gotten out of there, I really like it up here a lot more. There's more nature, more artistic people, and just a more laid-back vibe, I guess.
There for 12 years, from about 1983 to about 95. I loved it. I mean, there was a lot of artists at Al's Bar downtown. It was an art place where artists hung out. But the thing I didn't like I like the artists. I like the people, and they're all more go-getters there than they are here. I mean, they are really out to, produce their art, to put it out there rather than laid back here. But I don't like the heat there. It's really, really hot there, and it's really smoggy. I remember when it was 100 degrees at midnight on Christmas. God, it's hot there. So, I don't like the weather there.
That's the one thing I think I like more about LA than here is that it's warmer.
Oh, you like the heat? I hate it. I like
do.
The heat. Oh, I'm from here. I'm from here, so I like the dang wet, I like this weather here.
Swim in the ocean and go boogie boarding, so I like that the water there is warmer, but it's a trade-off. Up here it's just you have more trees and stuff, so I can go on nicer hikes up here. You don't have much down there in terms of nature, so.
Yeah, I live up in the trees. I live up in the hills, so there's trees all around me. I live with my daughter, so yeah. Got a house up in the trees. Hills, so it's surrounded by trees, yeah.
That's true. You don't know how many stalkers you have out there listening to.
How many what?
Stalkers.
Stalkers?
Yeah,
God only
stalkers.
knows. Who wants to stalk a 69-year-old woman?
You never know.
Yeah, you never know. Well, my pictures are cute. I take a cute picture.
I like that one that you have up on this site where you're wearing the kind of like gypsy red dress. Is that from like 1975 or something?
Oh, that was later than that. I was like 40 in those days. That was in L.A.
Okay.
I always look the same in pictures. I look the same right now as I did back then. I'm just very photogenic. But with the sword and the velvet and stuff. That picture I have up on my site was in L.A., so that was like 1984 or so, 85.
Okay. Yeah, I like that one picture where that girl from the band Flipper took a picture of the open mic night at Missouri, and that was an excellent photo. And I feel like
she's got about 10 that she took at that time that are just great. They're really good. And right at that time, somebody from Greece wrote a story about me in some blues magazine. Can you imagine that, me in a blues magazine? Yeah, I do the blues, right? But anyhow, I gave him those pictures. He used 3 of those pictures in the story. So that was really cool. She took great pictures. She's really good at that.
She is. She needs to come back to take more. I didn't even know she was in Flipper at first. You told me that, and it blew my mind. I like that band a lot. They're a cool band.
It's a bass player.
Yeah.
Well, she wasn't in it originally. She's not that old. She was in it later. Was the originator from it, but she wasn't in the original band when it was famous back in the day. She's not that old.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. She looked a bit too young to be in that band, but was she joined in like the early 2000s or something like that?
I don't know, but I know it wasn't the original band. It was later on. But you can find Flipper up on YouTube, and you'll see her playing with them. But it wasn't the way back ones. You know, it was, a reunion one when they got back together,
Yeah.
So.
Cool.
So what kind of music are you into?
Oh, man, I'm into lots of different stuff. I guess I listen to a lot of, like, old Delta blues. I listen to a lot of New Orleans sort of rock and roll. I really love Fats Domino. Right now I'm listening to a lot of, I'd say over the past year and a half, I've been on like a Fats Domino binge for some reason. I love
Fats Domino. I remember when he first got famous.
Really? Wow.
You weren't born yet, I know.
No, not quite. But he's amazing. Yeah, I really love his voice. Primarily he's a great piano player and all that, but he's just his voice is just, it's got this quality that I find really, really attractive and just
and
really
he's always smiling. You can hear the smile in his voice too. He's always smiling and laughing.
Totally. It seems like such a happy guy. Yeah, it makes me feel great.
He was in that big hurricane they had down. Did you know that? That one, the big thing they had in Louisiana, where the whole thing got flooded out. He got flooded out.
I think he was rescued from a rooftop. They thought he was dead, I remember, for a few days. They didn't know where he was, but I think he was rescued and airlifted from his rooftop. I was actually in New Orleans last July, and we went and saw his house there where he was when the hurricane came in the, I think it's in the 9th Ward. And
doesn't he have a club there?
I think it's like a recording studio. It's like the headquarters for his record label or something. But it was also where he lived. But yeah, it's a.
I thought he had a club there where he played at.
I'm sure he's played a lot of places there. I'm not really sure. I don't know if he owns his own club there or what, but I do know he still plays. He still plays at least once a year. I think he plays this festival in New Orleans every year.
Well, that's great. I love that phenomenon.
Still kicking.
Do you like that Bon Ton, Louisiana music stuff?
So what?
Oh, the Cajun music.
Oh, Cajun music. Yeah, I like some of that.
Clifton Chenier and Queen Ida and that kind of stuff.
Not so familiar with them.
Well,
I'm more into
them. You'll like them.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I'm more into like the kind of like rock and roll sort of stuff, the blues, jazzy bluesy sort of stuff from New Orleans.
Uh-huh. So that's the kind of stuff you write, huh?
It's influenced by that, and also I listen. Growing up, I listened to a lot of like Beck and Ween. There's kind of like stoner rock bands from the '90s and that sort of stuff. And I think that kind of influenced me a lot when I was younger, and that definitely still lives in my music. That's kind of what I was raised on. So a lot of that, and I like just about anything that's good, and I think my music is really just it's a hodgepodge of everything that I like, and it's hard to say what the actual genre is because I like to nothing's really off limits. I like to just go for it, whatever moves me.
What is this mixed media thing that you're doing now?
The Mixed Media Mixer is a event in Berkeley. It's like a live art sort of thing, so there's a lot of stands and stuff with people presenting their art, and in some cases like painting and stuff right there in the place. And then at the same time there's live music going on, and it's from like 3 p.m. till about 8 o'clock is when the neighbors start complaining, so we stop around then. But yeah, it's just my friend Dorian started it, and I've been on board for about a year, just booking the music, because I know a lot of people who play music in the area. So yeah, it's a really fun event. It's definitely worth checking out. It's totally free, and they have like
Is it a club or is it a warehouse or something?
It's like a warehouse sort of space. It's owned by it's like, I think he actually does own it. It's Tom Franco. He's the actor James Franco's brother, and he's a local artist in Berkeley. And yeah, he runs that space. It's called the Firehouse Art Events Hangar. And yeah, Dorian.
Where's it at?
It's right over by Ashby BART Station on Adeline. I think it's 3192 Adeline. The next one.
And you have a website now about it on Facebook?
Yeah. There's a Facebook site. I think there's also. I think they're working on the .com thing right now. Somebody's designing that. Our friend Matt is making an actual website, but we have a Facebook thing, which is just I think it's just facebook.com/Mixed Media Mixer. But yeah, it's a totally free event. It's super awesome. I totally recommend coming out. Free music, live art, all that stuff.
That's cool. So anything you want to plug? We got 5 minutes left, so plug whatever gigs you got coming up. 5 fucking minutes.
Well, oh my God. So much pressure. Let's see. So I guess, June 8th, I'm playing the Starry Plow. And that's it. I think that's it as far as live music goes for me.
And the Firehouse thing.
And the Firehouse thing, that's on May 25th. I'm not playing that one myself, but a lot of my friends and a lot of really great bands are playing that day. I'll be playing the following one. It's always last Sunday of every month. So, yeah, come check it out. Fun time.
And then you play at the Missouri Lounge every Wednesday, right?
Pretty much every Wednesday, yeah. Yeah.
Open mic there is you sign up at 7 o'clock and you do a couple songs, right? So anybody that wants to play, bring your instrument down and come on down.
Yeah, I love that place. It's a great vibe there for sure.
I love you guys backing me up. Everyone comes up and sings back up with me when I'm up there.
That's the best part of every night.
There's more people on stage than there is in the audience. Has
anybody ever taken like a good video of your live thing at the Missouri Lounge?
It's hard to do because there ain't no lights there. It's so fucking dark there. They've done video of me there, but it's so dark you can barely see it. So that's kind of rough. because they don't want to turn the lights on. They would have to turn the lights on to get a good video. And it's like stone dark in there, so I wonder we can even get a photograph in there. It's not like a regular stage where they have lights or something, you know. It's like being in a dungeon with a couple of lamps.
I like that, though. I like that. It's a low-pressure performance situation. It's a good place to try new stuff.
Yeah. Sometimes I write it like a couple weeks ago. I wrote one about those girls that got kidnapped. I wrote it like right before I walked on stage. I mean, as I was walking on stage, I wrote it down and did it, and then I did it again the next week because songs just come to me. I don't plan to write songs. I don't sit down and say, well, I'm going to write. You know, I'll wake up and there'll be a song in my head, or as I'm walking on stage, it'll come across my mind. I just write it down.
Yeah,
and that's the most fun. The most fun I have is when I walk right on stage and I have no idea what it is, and I have to read off the paper and figure out how it's going to go.
Yeah, many first performances have been at the Missouri Lounge. Like a lot of songs that I just wrote, I'll try for the first time there, and it's a good way to kind of gauge audience reaction and all that stuff. And if it sucks, I'll know by the.
I like the energy. I like the energy because I pretty much go over the same way every time. Just give me an audience and I can play them. But I like the danger of doing a new song, even though I've been doing it so long. It always works. I can make it work, but I like the adrenaline of doing something you don't know, walking on that ledge,
Yeah, the Missouri Lounge. It's a good place. Yeah, check it out.
Yes, very good. So it was great talking to you, Chunk, and I'll see you next Wednesday. And everybody, look him up on the web and on YouTube. We got that Lemon Tree thing, and we got the mixed media thing. He'll be at the Starry Plow next month. So thank you all for coming. Yeah.
All right. Thanks a lot, Girl George.
This is Girl George and the Dragons Radio Show, saying, see you later, alligator.